Compound meter, an introduction. Now, so far, the meters that we've talked about have mostly used two-level ratios, where you've got a beat related to the measure. So for instance, in 2/4, you have two quarter notes in a measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. And so the ratio there would be 2 beats per one measure. 3/4 would be 3/1. There's 3 beats in one measure. 3/8 would also be 3/1. There's 3 beats in one measure. The difference here being that in 3/4, the beats are quarter notes, and in 3/8, the beats are eighth notes. Now 4/4 is a little more complex because there are 4 beats in a measure, so a 4-to-1 ratio, but the quarter note groups into half notes before they group into the whole note, so we could imagine 4/4 as being 4-to-2-to-1, where there's 4 beats that group into 2 groups of 2 that then become the measure. And these are all simple meters. So something like 2/4, 2/8, 2/2, this is simple duple. 3/4, 3/8, 3/2, these are simple triple. 4/4, 4/8, 4/2 are simple quadruple time signatures. But what if we wanted a more complicated relationship? So something like this. Let's imagine the eighth note gets the beat, and there are 3 eighth notes that group into the half measure. So 3 eighth notes are going to make up half of a measure, and they group into a dotted quarter because there are 3 eighth notes in a dotted quarter. Then 2 dotted quarters combine to make the measure, and the whole measure would be a dotted half note long. And so this would be 6 because there are 6 eighth notes total. Those 3 eighth notes become the dotted quarter, and then 1 the whole measure. And that would look something like this, where the measure takes 6 total of the basic eighth note pulses. Those eighth notes group into groups of 3 at the dotted quarter, and then 2 dotted quarters make the dotted half. And this time signature is 6/8. There are 6 eighth notes in this measure, but there's something unique about this division because it's constructed as if you are combining 2 measures of a triple meter. So if you look at those last 2 rows there, they look like 2 3/8 measures that we're combining together. 3/8 plus 3/8 then becomes 6/8. And it is in this sense that 6/8 is a compound meter. Compound meter. A compound meter can always be made by combining simple triple measures together. Compound meter has what we call big beats and beats, or small beats. In a compound meter, the big beats are divided into 3s, and in compound meters, the numerator indicates the beats, not the big beats. The numerator indicates the small beats, not the big beats. And then you can calculate the big beats by dividing the numerator by 3. So let me go back to our 6/8 example. And here there are 6 small beats, there are 6 regular beats, and then the small beats will be eighth notes. The 6 small beats will be divided into 2 groups of 3 to make big beats. And 6 divided by 3 is 2, so there are 2 groups of 3 big beats. And so that means that you get 2 big beats, 6 small beats, and those group into a measure of 6 small beats or 2 big beats long. Compound meters will always have numerators that are multiples of 3. Since the big beats are always groups of 3, the number of small beats will always be 3 times the number of big beats. So if 6 is 2 beats, that's 2 groups of 3. And we call this compound duple because there are 2 big beats. 9 would mean that there are 3 big beats, 3 times 3. And we call this compound triple because there are 3 big beats and it's in this compound manner of making a meter. And then 12 would mean that there are 4 big beats, 4 times 3. And we call this compound quadruple. Let me show you some examples of compound time signatures. 6/4. 6/4 would be a compound duple meter. The quarter note gets the small beat, and the dotted half, that is 3 quarter notes, gets the big beat. And there are 2 big beats to make a compound duple meter. 9/16. Now there are 3 groups of 3, so this is compound triple. And the 16th note gets the small beat, and the dotted 8th, that is 3 16th notes, gets the big beat. And then 12/8 is compound quadruple. The 8th note gets the small beat, and the dotted quarter note, which is going to be 3 8th notes, gets the big beat.